Oh man, honestly.
It's funny because we were talking earlier about Iheanacho, and I think Iheanacho and Gabby Jesus. It is funny because they're both City players, and they both have like the same start to their City careers. They're like, I mean, you had to know that it just flatly wasn't sustainable. I mean, they had like Erling Haaland starts to their like City careers. They'd like come in as a sub. I think Iheanacho was number 72 for City.
Yeah,
He came on. He scored like 5 and 5, or like a Rashford type start. And you're just like, I don't care how good this guy's going to be. He can't like just continue. Basically, again, what Haaland has proven to be actually
doable,
possible. But anyway, yeah. I mean, Iheanacho and Gabby Jesus. I mean, yeah, you're right, Lee. I think at this point, Gabby Jesus has. I mean, again, also, we were talking earlier about Brazil goalkeepers not really having it. Brazil center forwards have not had it for like 5 years, or probably a lot more than that.
No, dude, I think Fat Ronaldo, like, who's been an out-and-out Brazilian striker? They were playing Hulk and stuff, you know?
Yeah,
like,
they have. It's like 15 years, you're right.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
they moved to like the like, you know, you get the Y position now is very Brazilian. Like, I don't even know.
Sure.
I feel like they're kind of in a lull. Well, I mean, just the '90s Brazil. Like, you just had like some of the best players, like truly, like ever. Yeah.
Joga Bonito.
You look at that 0-2 Brazil team.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, that team's absurd. That's because Dino's even there by then, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
You still had like Rivaldo, I think, Cafu. It was just
Holland. I was talking with my buddy about work. Like, they still call him like one of the best young strikers. It's like, remove the young tab. The guy is one of the best strikers in the game. Done.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
for sure.
Him, Louis, like who, like there's like,
Suarez. That's it.
Suarez, and
Oh,
I forget. Someone was like, just give Louis the Ballon d'Or because he deserves it. You know, over the last couple of years, like I forget who they're saying. Honestly, Messi and Ronaldo didn't really have anything last year, so hopefully we see someone else take it. And I would say, I guess he's the most deserving after that.
I don't know who else would he like. Me and Scotty actually talked about this like a couple weeks ago. I don't even know who'd be in the conversation.
Like who was the best? It's so hard because it was COVID and like all this stuff.
I think Lewandowski definitely deserved it for whatever that COVID season was.
Oh, yeah.
I think he did deserve it there. I mean, we are
even right now
really
in current
fringing.
Form, though, like, oof.
We are really fringing on a topic that really boils my blood, which I heard on a podcast just this morning. When you talk about the best player in the world right now, oh, by the way, I'm surprised this hasn't come up already today. Mo Salah is the best player in the world right now. You can agree with that or disagree with that.
I don't know. Honestly, on form, Benzema's playing better than him. Like, straight up. He just has like 7 goals, 6 assists in like the 7 games.
Salah has 8 goals in 8 games across all competitions this season. But anyway, I didn't even we can come back to that in a second. But what boils my blood is when you talk about the best player in the world, whether it's De Bruyne or Lewandowski or Benzema, whoever you want to say, and then you have to interrupt yourself and you have to give homage to except for Messi and Ronaldo, but they're otherworldly. They're both 35 years old.
Yeah, no,
it's okay. You're allowed to say that they are not the best player in the world right now. And you don't even need the caveat. Messi is not nowhere close to the best player in the world right now. That's it.
No. Yeah, I agree.
I would agree. I think if I had to pick I would say Lewandowski or Mo. It's right now.
I think it's Louis right now.
Yeah.
He just put in like another hat. You could argue against competition and all that, you know, like goals aren't the only thing.
Yeah.
But there's a couple interesting starts across like a couple leagues, which have been. No, I forgot about, and then I just saw in highlight João Felix. I just forgot he's a thing.
Oh yeah,
because the hype around him was out. They paid 120 for him, right? Yeah.
120 million João Felix.
As it's known, or it will be known on BD's Beat, not a La Liga guy. not a La Liga guy.
Yeah.
So
one is that like he moved to La Liga and but the hype around him was so outrageous.
But I'm just so they have him and they got they got Suarez last year. And did Antoine go there this year?
Yeah, Griezmann's back. I don't think he's playing, but he's back.
I was gonna say like they have 3 guys that play like the same role. Like I don't know.
The Griezmann to Barcelona thing is just I don't fucking get it. Oh, sorry, I do not get it.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
it never made sense to me.
What was the remember when he did like the LeBron wannabe decision? Yeah, and ended up being like,
said, I'm staying.
Yeah, and then a year later,
to leave next year. And the club didn't want you. Like that was the Barca. Like they were just signing players to sign. Truly, there was like it felt almost United-esque. We're like, oh, that's a name. Let's get him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do enjoy this though. I like. I'm a little Schadenfreude or whatever it's called. Like, just, like enjoying other people's pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Last year was fun, like, you know. Six games of losing streaks for the boys. I was like, let's go, keep it going.
When we all grew
might
up,
not be good, but
it was constant. Like growing up, it was always Madrid and Barca. Like that's the 2 biggest clubs in the world. And now it's like, all right.
Yeah, the Premier League is really re-established.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it is clearly the best league.
Yeah. Scotty, thoughts on Liverpool's second half so far?
I think it's been fine. I think they probably did get a talking to in the locker room, but I don't know. It is a baffling thing. Again, aside from me being distracted by trying to run this stream unsuccessfully, I still feel like I'm a bit confused at what is happening. Is it a personnel thing? Is it an attitude thing? Which
they don't seem like to be pressing in normal pressing Liverpool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's just the intensity is like maybe a half a step, and then against City that falls into like 3-4 steps on pit. You know what I mean? Like they're just like you need to be in their face.
Yeah, that's true.
And like you think of at Liverpool, anytime they're in everyone's face, you know, it's like that is the Klopp way.
Right.
But I do say I think they do look a little bit better. They're like Mo's on the run now. They're making.
Sal's running through plays. Sadio through, and it's a goal for Liverpool. There we go.
I've been waiting to say that.
Sitting silent there. Very well done, Lee.
I want to explode. Yeah, I know.
Woo! That's exactly what we needed. You know, very obvious to say. Obviously, we'll take a goal anytime. But that was a beautiful and very Liverpool goal.
That was that.
I must say
that pass from Mo and that finish from Mane. You love to see that. Love to see that.
That was fantastic.
Like we said, Mane's been looking a lot more lively this year for all the haters out there. He's getting into better positions. He's making better runs.
What game did I watch? He missed like 12 chances, and then he scored his last after I think missing 3 on like to get the goal. Like he hit he hit the keeper 3 out. It was just like a hilarious. I was just like, and that's how I've always felt about Mane. Like he's obviously talented, but he just like something's off. But then he scores 25 goals. You know what I mean? Like obviously nothing's up, but like he should, in my opinion, have 40. Like just there's just I don't know. I forget. Damn, what game did I end up watching?
Was it?
It was like the seal of the game, and like I don't know. He was just like, and even when he scored, he was like, just looking into the heavens, like finally, just had.
I know exactly the game you're talking about. I can't think of the opponent. I know exactly what you're talking about. He could have had 5 goals that game.
Yeah, like and they in like 3 minutes at one point too. I was just like, jeez.
Lee, my jab is about 60 seconds too late. But are you speaking from experience regarding the Mane haters?
Yes. As I was very disappointed in his season last year, I was saying, even if he's not banging in goals this year, he looks a lot better. He just looks better.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was there for all to see that last year he just definitely had an off season. But I really think that the entirety of this year he has been as I put it in like the third, fourth, or fifth game of the season, whatever it was. Even if he wasn't. Like that doesn't just happen. You don't just snap back. Like you're not going to sub Raheem Sterling on and he's going to look like a world beater. That doesn't happen. These players obviously are human beings and they have confidence issues. So which is to say that Mane, it's going to take a little bit of a while, but at least if you see that appetite, Wow, De Bruyne just got sent for a bit of
good.
a hot dog by Virgil. And Virgil plays a ball through. Wow, there was almost a little bit of a window of space for Mane to get a touch and maybe be through it on goal, but Ederson's, confident enough to sweeper keeper there.
Can you guys tell me, what are your guys' thoughts on Rodri?
I don't think I watch enough. A lot of people seem to rate him. They're discussing when he's not in the team versus when he is. I don't know. I guess he's good.
I think he's a good player. I don't know. I don't want to speak. I don't watch a lot of I'm not a City fan, but I feel like he was brought in to be the Fernandinho successor, and he's a different player.
Yeah, he is.
And they're not the same. They haven't been the same since prime Fernandinho. He was a force in midfield.
Yeah.
I think to reword what you're saying, i.e. say exactly what you just said, is I think we all thought when they signed him, wow, he is going to be sick. He's going to go in and guess what? City signed players, and then they just work out because Pep knows what he wants, and he's just going to slot him in. He'll take a month or two to acclimate, but he's going to be great. And I don't think he's been a failure. Let's not get sensationalistic here. He has not been a bad signing, but he goes in there and he's like a B signing. He's okay. And what you said, Lee, he's not Fernandinho. And that also brings up, please go to my website and check out my latest article. I wrote my 6 games in take on this season. And I try not to be knee-jerk at all or anything like that. But I think, again, you got to be hyper-vigilant about City this season. You write them off at your own peril. Obviously, this is written before this game. But City are going to be there, number 9 or not. They've got Pep, and Pep obviously knows what he's doing. How about that for a stat, Lee? Only 3 years out of his 12-year managerial career has not ended in a league title. But anyway,
I have comments on that, but we'll keep going.
Ooh,
when Ederson didn't go,
Lee, just hang on for 1 second.
Yep.
But yeah, my if there's a hesitation on City, it's because I haven't heard anyone in the media talk about it and put it in this context. City has lost 1 legend per season from the core of this team. Company.
Wasn't Silva Company one, or Company was the year before Silva?
No, because last year
Company was the year before.
Yeah.
Okay.
They won the league with that Leicester strike where Company scored.
Yeah, unbelievable. What a ridiculous.
That was heartbreaking. And then there was, I think, a season in between that where Liverpool won the league. And then Silva left, and that was last year, or his first year at Sociedad. And then Aguero leaving. So, you can maybe survive a season and, still win. Again, City is extremely capable. But once 1 becomes 2, becomes 3 legends of that team. And I don't think Aguero, he maybe never captained City in his entire career. I'm not saying he's a captain or anything like that, but those are locker room guys. That is that's
he's
the
one of the
fabric
best
of that
Premier
team.
League forwards,
all time.
And I think, I think if City fail, I think it could be a lack of leadership. And again, I know I'm sort of talking out of both sides of my mouth because in my article I say City and Liverpool have the experience. They've done it before. United needs to relearn that experience. Sure, it's in the fabric of your club too, but you haven't done it since 2012. And Chelsea's the weirdest club ever. They can finish 7th, and then they hire a manager, and then they win the league, and then they fire him. So there's that. But Arsenal and
Tuchel's all on the block in the Chelsea world, right? For 2 losses or whatever. I think they won yesterday. But it's just I didn't get to see the City Chelsea game, but it sounded like City absolutely destroyed. Just Chelsea didn't play at all.
And that's also just to speak on behalf of BG. He was texting me at halftime and saying that Liverpool he thinks that we need to make some personnel switches, but he did actually say that we look relatively comfortable with City. I don't necessarily agree with this, that City's going to dominate possession in any game. In fact, I already said maybe he didn't tune in quite early where, we were possessing the ball for 10 minutes. Here's Sterling on for Grealish in the 65th minute. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I think Liverpool are capable of keeping the. But anyway, he's basically giving a nod to Liverpool and saying that we have been as comfortable as any team with City having possession, but if we came out the way we did the first half, I don't know that you actually could have held on to like a 0-0 game.
Yeah.
But that's the way it was looking.
Yeah, they've upped the gear this second half for certain. Yeah, we see it, but like Southampton, the 0-0, like first shot of my understanding was like the last shot of the game was the first time City hit the target or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's like if they win, they don't need a 9. If they lose, they need a 9. That's just going to be the next 6 months, or maybe till January if they do anything.
Yes,
right.
It's noxious. I'll play the long ball. There you go. Uh-oh, here he is. Oh, no, that was Jesus. I thought that was Sterling.
Sorry, Lee. This might be going back quite a bit now, but you were gonna have a comment on.
The Pep 9 trophies in 12 years. Like, yeah, give him all the credit in the world, but he's also outside of Barcelona, which I don't even know how much of that's true, considering like he had a seasoned team when he took over. I have never seen Pep do what a Wenger has done, or Klopp has done, or a Ferguson has done, where he's like kind of built a team, like built it all the way up. Like he's.
Yeah, honestly, this is probably the first build. Right now, you're looking at because leading back to Beat's point earlier, is the first time where like all the legends are gone. So this is kind of Pep's team.
Kind of, yeah, kind of. You're right.
Like who's here? Like maybe Fernandinho. I'm trying to think who's been here.
I think wasn't De Bruyne already there?
I thought he brought him in, but he could have been.
Firmino coming on for Jota, quick change. Yeah, and Lee, obviously, we've had this conversation many times offline. I think your view on that is harsh, and he hasn't built a team. Factually, you're probably correct, but I think that really shortchanges him in terms of Pep is a revolutionary manager. Whatever you think of him, he has changed not only Barcelona, Bayern, and City the way they play, but even really more than that, the way the world plays. Because, I mean, let's be honest, whoever's winning, like even Mourinho, who we all hate to watch or should hate to watch, when he's winning the Champions League with Inter, that's the blueprint for how you got to play. And as it should be, because if a team's winning, there's an equalizer.
That's a great finish.
Great finish by Foden, and you have to say it's been coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You have to say that's been coming.
I thought you guys kind of had it a little bit more. You seemed more control this half, but I guess since the goal, they kind of dropped a little bit.
I think it's time to bring on Joe.
Did someone just poke him in the eye? Oh, he was. It's like his own teammate just blinded him.
I'd bring on Joe for Millie Scott.
Okay. I mean, it was crossing my mind. I think that definitely would have been a brave call for halftime because I think if you're a Liverpool fan,
he just out of position.
Yes, that's an idea. But are you like sold that's gonna fix your problem? I don't know. And honestly, it could make it worse. I don't know. But Gomez is. I feel like you're doing a lot of theory here, but Gomez is a young, physicality is one of his strengths. So
I just imagine he has to be pacier than Milner, right? And I think right now it's currently a pace issue. They're just finding the space faster against him.
Yeah. He's an athletic center back, but my issue would be not fish out of water would be a little overboard, but playing him at right back positionally, that's not going to be his natural state. Is it better than what you have in Milner? It sounds like this panel would agree that it would be, but we shall see. I don't know, but again, you have to take risks. You have to take risks in football. You got to change something. I think we would all agree here, 3 out of 3, that if you leave things the way they are, well, guess what? You're going to continue to get the same output because James Milner is not all of a sudden going to take human growth hormone and start acting like a 28-year-old.
Yeah. Honestly, that's ironic that it did start on Liverpool's left side and like moved.
Yeah.
They just kind of moved into the middle. So
Let's be honest.
To BD's point, was that really like all Milner? No.
No,
like,
I was
Gabby
just
dribbled through. Gabby just dribbled laterally through your basically the whole left side of your defense.
I was just gonna say I could see that happening. That exactly happening with Trent at right back too. So
perhaps.
I mean, if he played like he did last week, absolutely. He was
I'm a pretty staunch defender. I'm a pretty staunch defender of Trent's.
I think Trent's incredible. I'm not too. I'm on the other camp. I think he's fine. Like he's an elite right back. Although honestly, like the last couple of years, Hakimi's trying to make a statement as. I know you disagree, Beats. I think we had that conversation, but
no, I'm fine with Hakimi. I honestly have to watch more. I mean, it's like find Hakimi. Where's Waldo?
I just think he does a little bit more.
He's almost like the Kingsley Coman of different position, but like he's played at phenomenal clubs for being a young player.
Yeah,
you guys I will spoil something. Pep Camp coming up. It's gonna be fantastic. Had to spoil that.
Okay.
Let me know when it pops up.
All right, well, Bernardo just got tripped by Firmino.
Yeah, Bernardo Firmino, a little scuffle. Well, not scuffle. They high five. Expedia. I haven't noticed that. Oh, I honestly didn't know that they moved just Standard Charter and put this by Standard Charter. I did not notice that until today.
Oh, yeah, I still haven't seen the front of it. I missed what...
It's like, I want to say it's Team View, but I know it's just because that's, whatever. But,
yeah. Oh, This has got to be a Bernardo getting tonked, and Hendo is...
Yeah, they're good. This is Pep Cam. Yeah, this is going to be Pep Cam.
This has to be it. Oh, ow! Oh, and then he's going down. He's dropping to the floor.
Sometimes, like, this isn't a great challenge, but, like, it's... all right, so... It's also Bernardo's moving at pace, so like it's always going to be.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. That one is. It was kind of that bad, but it also is one that looks worse than it actually is.
Yeah.
It's just because, like, if someone flips over, it looks like
here we go. We didn't get the run over.
And it keeps picking up. He does not calm down. Spoilers. I'm very excited.
He's going for the yellow.
Yes, here we go. The hand.
Also, wait, hold on. His shoes look like 3 sizes too big for him. Here's Robbo, picks it up on the left-hand side, plays it essentially to Firmino, who gets snuffed out. Lee,
yes.
Back to Liverpool's
I thought Sterling had him.
2 questions.
That's not a foul. I'm sorry. That's not even me, like, being a hater. That did not look like a foul.
Liverpool's starting with Jota up top.
Pep Cam
is
full
losing
force right now.
Pep is losing it.
Yeah, jacket's off now.
Oh, unbuttoning. The jacket's coming off.
Oh, MDCR.
What's that?
What is that?
What is that?
I don't know. Pep is... Oh, okay, so that is I was going to say, sometimes he goes like full fashion route and he'll wear like whatever it is, like a Fendi something, and it's like some weird thing that the world doesn't understand because it's too inside the fashion world. And then other times he'll wear like a matte black city crest, like completely custom designed like fashion piece for City though.
He's actually representing the Michigan Department of Civil Rights, according to Google. No, just kidding. It was MDCR, right? I need to know what this is.
That's their They have their Pumas doing like their 3rd kit, and it's or like a special edition kit, and it was based off.
But what's the D?
Madchester.
Oh my God!
Like the
horrific.
Yeah, we're fans of Oasis, so.
Brutal. So, Lee, you're fine with starting Jota over Firmino? I'm kind of dating back to Firmino coming on, obviously scoring 2 goals midweek against Porto.
Yeah.
I probably would have started Firmino.
I would not have.
Okay, not surprised to hear you say that.
But I am a fan of Firmino coming on in like the 60th, 70th minute. I think I'm not a hater.
But so, is there a game where you're okay with Firmino starting, or just the days of starting Firmino are over?
For me, I think.
Ooh, nice little Mo move.
Salah?
Uh-oh.
Dangle? Oh!
Wow.
What a goal!
Let's go,
Oh,
baby. Yes,
unbelievable! Woo! I'm not gonna lie, Lee. I saw you trying to tamp yourself there. Oh, and Gomez gets a Klopp hug. What a beauty!
That was a great goal.
That was. I'm getting a little ahead of myself on being prisoner of the moment, but that was somewhat Salah versus Tottenham-esque.
Yes.
One of my favorite Salah goals, where he twinkle toes his way past the defenders in the box, and he buries it in the far post.
By the way, I'm just letting you know, Pep meltdown incoming. Now that they're down again, Pep meltdown incoming.
Woo!
Yeah, who was that? He turned. I mean, everyone, but that last defender was.
Is Joe on? NBC's listening
That was
to me
Laporte.
now. There's been more Pep in the last 10 minutes than there has been all game. They know it's good for ratings.
See, this is like one of the few times where people are okay with technology listening to you. Maybe they're tuning into BD's Beat.
Yeah. Like, give the people what they want.
Mo Salah, I don't know how you really describe him. It's okay. We don't have to nail it down right now. He's not a clinical finisher because we all know that he doesn't bury every single chance. But obviously, he's such a phenomenal goal scorer that it's okay. But that finish is fantastic.
Yeah, no,
his technique
that's
looks weird. I wouldn't have my son watch Mo Salah because he has some awkward techniques at some points, but he just pinpoints that, puts it right inside the post, and he just has such a great instinct. Oh, yellow card for Pep.
Nice. Do you think he is he going to sign his contract? That's the only thing I guess that would be worrisome.
I think the owners know. I think they'll splash the cash.
Okay.
By the way, when Pep starts doing this, that means he's out of ideas and he's trying to think of something new. When this starts coming out.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you do if I put my City hat on? You brought in Sterling. That was their only change, right?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm also very happy we're back to 3 subs. I think 5 subs is absolutely ridiculous.
That's too.
Get the concept. I didn't know Italy or other leagues are still doing that, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just Italy.
I didn't even realize that.
I get both sides of that argument.
I get both sides, but on a big squad to change half of your outfield because you're using your outfield, right? You're not subbing in. Kelleher's not getting in with 5 subs. You know what I mean? It's just unreal. Oh, also, I learned this when Greaves died. I didn't know there was no subs in soccer back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea. I'm like, how am I such an advocate of and I just was oblivious to So that we were discussing at work, I was like, I guess there was an injury sub, or you just went down if someone broke their leg. You just had to play with 10. I'm so confused.
Imagine the case nowadays. Oh, they're replaying this Mof. Oh, he is a wizard.
By the way, Scott, I texted Pep Linders, that is, and Joe's on, so they listen.
Okay.
He's good.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe's on. Yeah. Yeah.
Very well done.
Yep.
Woo. And here's Sterling getting played through. And he plays to the back post, and it is Joe who puts it out for a City corner kick. And we're further into this game than I realized. Liverpool
I was like, wait, is it 80th minute?
79th minute.
Yeah.
So only, you hate to even say this as a Liverpool fan, but, at halftime we were kind of using language like, oh, can we hang on? Well, we're obviously leading here. And it is 10 minutes of holding on, and you hate to phrase it like that, but I do think that Liverpool fans can understand why I say that, because this game really has been back and forth. It's been evenly uneven is how I would put it.
I think there's been periods for both teams, Yeah,
there's been spells for either team. It's definitely not the same sort of trajectory that
the second goal has Liverpool buzzing, though. Oh, maybe not. Curse of the commentator, as Mo just misses a trap.
Oh, also, Lee, another tactical switch that I wanted to run by you was NBC's suggestion at halftime that you should sub Milner off. Well, here's Foden in the box, plays it through to Walker, and it's De Bruyne who equalizes.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's a goal. Damn, at least we're getting quality. No goal has been trash. So, as a neutral, like you said, this is living up to the neutral height.
Yep.
I prefer the 0-0 because of goal differentials and things, and goals scored, but whatever. A point is the best thing I can hope for between these two.
And I'm saying I'm very happy with the point today. I honestly am.
Yeah. After that first half, I would be, but I think you guys have been much better in the second half.
Yeah, I want 3, but
are they going to do that cheesy offsides things on Gabby though? Can that get called back? Oh, it's Sterling.
You've gotten that wrong each time today. I mean, I don't blame you at all. It's Mata.
Oh,
it was a deflection. It was a deflection. Yeah.
I don't blame you, Fahey, because when you're at the
it's just short,
broadcaster's angle. When Keita and Sadio are both on, it's impossible to tell the difference.
I cannot, as a non-watcher, like as a casual, like watching only big games, never can tell them apart unless I'm like, oh, they're in their positions,
Wait, and then who was the other one? Jota and Shimikas, who prior to this season would have been like a Liverpool fan, would be like, oh, we're not really ever going to have that issue. When are they both like, But when they're on the field, they both have that like goofy, curly brown like. Highlights of blonde hair. So yeah, sometimes it can be difficult to tell.
Just seeing him on the ball now, and Jones hasn't done. Not that he played poorly, he just hasn't really done anything.
Yeah, hasn't. Really
like just realize he's in. You're like, oh yeah, he's still. We were talking about him in a pre-game. Yeah, I would say there's like a couple players here that really haven't influenced a game at all on both sides. Like we're talking about Rodri. What has he done this game?
Yeah.
Jones, I would put in there.
Well, I think, and again, I hate.
But it seems like they're bypassing the midfield in this game. Like,
yeah.
Except like De Bruyne, but he just plays wherever he wants anyway. So.
Well, I actually disagree. I would say that City's midfield has won this game because I mean, how much has Bernardo been on the ball? He's been.
That's true.
Present.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Liverpool's probably like on both teams. I think the most absent. Players, and Fabinho just thwacked Bernardo 35 yards from goal. Hopefully nothing bad comes of this. But as I was saying, I think that maybe the top 5 most absent players of this match have been a lot of Liverpool midfielders. I mean, the impact that Hendo has made has mostly been yelling at players that have been on the floor.
Yeah, he's being a captain. Yeah, he's being a captain.
Curtis has really been the quietest. I think.
Even that was like, same thing. Fab, like that was one of the first. I mean, not a good involvement, but like I haven't really thought of him. A couple breakups, but honestly, his job is to kind of go unnoticed in a way. It's a good center defensive mid, just break up play,
right,
and don't close it. Yeah, this is it. It's been a good game. Gotta say. Is he gonna go for it?
Well, okay. And that was, for those of you at home, Kyle Walker trying to, basically, he took like a Beckham approach while also trying to hit it 90 miles an hour, and it went 90 rows up.
Oh my God. United posted some baby Beckham highlights recently. I think that's even how they like branded it, and I was just like, I forgot how like, he was a kid, they were kids when they kind of broke through, so you're just like, oh my God.
Oh yeah,
like scrawny, and back then in the '90s, right, where all these jerseys are like huge and like puffy, like this, like the scrawniness of like Beckham is just so funny.
It was such a mind. It was like I just read like an article about him or something. It was like a mind f for me, like because we were kids, we were 9 watching him. I thought he was like 26. It's like nah, he was only like 20. Like he got married.
Yeah, because he went. I guess he went to Madrid at like probably 26, right? Maybe even younger. I don't even remember when.
Like when I was a little kid, it's like, oh, he married, Posh Spice. I'm like, oh, they got to be like 28. I'm like, no, they were like 22 when they got married.
Also, I was actually just talking about this recently, not to get into like politics or wokeness or whatever, but I actually think if you think about it, because we were all alive during that time, we lived through it, Beckham and everything. Beckham was so mistreated by the media back then. Everybody,
oh my God, yeah,
very widespread. Like mainstream media made fun of his voice. You can't do that anymore. And Beckham is up there with like Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods in terms of their management teams have been flawless. Unbelievable.
Which is also funny that it was Victoria Beckham. Like, like she decided to brand him like, I'm a Spice Girl. I know exactly how this works.
Yeah, but it's worth. I mean, Lee, go ahead. I welcome your input there, but the last thing I'll say is they're I don't know if this is factually accurate, but they're billionaires. They're huge. Like Jordan has his own brand. Tiger Woods has his own brand. Tom Brady. Beckham took risks back then, and he was made fun of. But who's laughing now? I mean,
yeah, dude. He owns a club. He's a player that owns a club, regardless if it's in the MLS. That doesn't happen.
In terms of class and wealth, he's made no mistakes.
Yeah, he really hasn't. And I was thinking about too, just seeing the highlights. Like, one of the most iconic styles, like the arm raised right foot, always. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like you could have made that the Air Jordan.
Oh,
boy!
Oh,
wow!
Fabinho.
Who was that?
On
the recovery. That was horrendous by Eddie.
Gaping chance there as Ederson came for it, didn't get it, and that's always a crime as a goalkeeper because you put your goal gaping. And Fabinho
was Diaz?
able to have a good enough first touch.
It was Rodri. Rodri did it.
Oh, there you go. What did he do this game? Well, kept the point.
Wow.
It's hard. It's like you can't say you got to hit that first time. Like that's not easy, but you almost have to, I guess.
Wow, that is a phenomenal block by Rodri.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So close for Liverpool as we have 3 minutes and change left.
Does the draw put you back on top? Chelsea's a point ahead, right?
I think so.
Maybe second on goal because they won by 2. I don't remember that. I know it's all pretty tight up there.
We'd actually be a point. We'd be a point back of Chelsea.
Oh,
that's right.
Dang.
That's right.
Yeah. And then City would be third. United. You and
Yeah, I think we'll be tied, right?
Yeah, and Everton too.
But they have a better goal differential.
All of 14 points, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Sterling. Oh.
It's a corner. Oh, I thought that hit off.
Again in the back. Yeah, that looked like a corner for City, but I guess they touched it last. Lee, what about speaking of Everton? What is I was doing some top scorers in preparation of this stream today, and Mo Salah is up there. In fact, let me just throw it on the screen. I think. Oh no, that wasn't it. You coming into this weekend, it was Salah, Vardy, and Mikel Antonio. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I think so.
All level.
It was start he's had.
And then way down the list is tied for third, really. There's a ton of players with 3 goals. One of which is someone that you might not expect Lee to be a fan of, being an Everton player. But DCL. DCL, 3 goals in 3 appearances. Was he injured?
Yeah, he's out. He's out hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Great player.
Because I was just wondering, I've probably followed Everton the least this season. I haven't really watched any highlights or, obviously they're doing quite well with Rafa at the helm. But yeah, I just didn't know if that was a selection thing. I wouldn't imagine that Rafa would opt.
Yeah, when I saw Rondon, you could imagine how stoked I was. I didn't even know Rondon was a freaking Everton player. What?
Yeah. He still is?
Yeah, he started against United.
No, they just signed him. Maybe even as a free agent. Or
that was one of those because it was great. Yeah, wasn't it great Rondon Townsend? And everyone's like, ugh. But if you go to Rafa systems, those are Rafa signings. Industrial,
Yeah.
And Gray looks great.
Too because you're almost getting into the even Liverpool fan territory with the net spend champions where we complain.
True, yeah.
that, oh, we don't spend enough, but then when we're winning, we're like, oh, net spend, look how great we are. It's funny, like, people were saying, like, oh, pure genius from Everton for signing, like, Gray and Townsend for combined 1.6 million pounds. It's like, yeah, fine, yeah, and credit to them. And
they were getting
but it's also like,
pre-season, though.
For someone to tweet that, it's like, you're giving yourself credit for giving Everton credit. Oh, and here's Sterling in in Liverpool's box. Oh, and it's he plays over to the right-hand side with Jesus, who takes a crack, but luckily Robbo blocks it. Your heart was in your throat a little bit.
Yeah, that looked a little...
As a Liverpool fan, you didn't know if it was a handball, but Robbo... I will say, refereeing, I think, has been very good this season in terms of VAR, in terms of handballs.
I can't quite figure out handballs in the box anymore. Personally, that's the one thing. I never quite got it.
I think it's a tenuous thing because I truly think the answer is right now that they're just calling reasonable handballs. But you know, in my view, they've been getting them right recently. But I don't know. It's always gonna go back and forth.
Yeah, that one's just tough.
Because how do you write a law?
Because there's certain handballs that don't get given in the box. Well, that's in the box fouling, period, right? But I feel like the handball is the most egregious. Like, if that happened midfield, that's a handball, period. But in the box, it's like, oh, now there's about intent. I was like, well, what? Like, I don't know, a natural position. I mean, that's the fun part about this sport, right? There's a lot of human interpretation.
Sure. Fabinho runs into a sky blue brick wall. As Liverpool trying to really get a lot of players forward.
I was going to say, there's no way out. That was very well done by Sterling, yeah.
And he lays it off to De Bruyne, tries to slip through.
Yeah, good touch by Virgil.
Walker surging forward.
Yeah, that was Walker. I'd go right to Mo then at that point. Went the other way.
2 minutes left here in a gripping top of the table clash. I'll interrupt myself if anything does crop up here, but since Fahey, I know you got a bolt right at the final whistle. We appreciate having your presence. It was
this was great.
This was great. Yeah,
it was fun.
We'll have to do it again. Oh, and
what do we got?
BG was texting me at halftime. He's like, "Oh, I got to jump in here soon," and
that'll be fun. So, good. I haven't seen BG in a while. Period, and also just good different opinions.
Yeah.
So what we got? The second game after the break, is that Liverpool? I think we go Leicester, Liverpool, someone Chelsea. I forget. We play soon.
Yeah, I think we play. Well, let me just pull it up.
So this is like this
United versus Liverpool is Sunday, October 24th.
Oh, I'm freaking in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'll be up for it. I'll try to find an Atlanta supporters club or something.
United's next fixture. Oh, and it's a city corner here, so anything could happen. And it is cleared by Robbo at the near post. Not a great corner. 20 seconds left.
This starts the stretch of, remember when I screenshotted you guys at the beginning of the season? Like, this is the defining stretch. It starts after this break. And that was before Champions League. And obviously I'm pretty happy with the group, but then they could barely get by Villarreal, and they can't beat Young Boys. And I would say Atalanta is the best of the group, so we have back-to-back with them. So, it should be wild United times. There's nothing in my mind that is convincing me we can just steamroll through this at all.
Yeah, I mean, United already not on great form. And
I do think we tend to play better when we don't have the ball, so some of these games might favor us. We'll have to see.
That's the complaint I see a lot of United fans saying. It's like we're a counter-attacking team still.
My thing is, when we have possession, it's the most pondering. That's the term I've been using a lot. Like, no one moves. I just never seen a team not try to get out of each other's way. And for signing Sancho, and this is my big thing. Last thing before I have to bolt. United related. So we signed Sancho to fix our right wing problem, but they're playing him on the left when Greenwood could play on the left easily. He's the most two-footed player we have.